a review of moving mean smoothing. So we have gone through why we would smooth and how we would graph our smoothed data, but I suspect we'd like to review just how it's done. So there's a difference between moving mean smoothing and moving median smoothing. Moving mean we do by calculating the average from a table of values. Moving median we do straight onto a graph. So there's a big difference between the two. One's mean and one's median. When we're calculating it, we'll start with the easy ones, which is 3 mean and then 5 mean. Because the idea is to find the average of successive sets of the data, successive points. And in 3 mean, that means we're looking for sets of 3. So usually you'll add an extra row, and this will be our smoothed data. And our first set of 3, and I tend to do a lot of circles here, and you don't have to, but it's up to you. Our first set of 3 is these 3 here. And you can see that they are centered on Tuesday. So the first set of 3, when we find the average of those, it will go, or the mean, it will go here, which says there's no data in our smoothed data at the start, and you can see that logically that means there'll be no data on Sunday, on the last point there either. So when we're finding the 3 mean smoothed data, we start by calculating the average of the first 3 data points. Divide by 3, and I have 23.1. Sorry about moving things around there. Then you absolutely do not go to the next full set of 3, because then you'd get a data point here and you'd be missing these. We just move 1 across. So this is just my excuse to use all my exciting coloured pens. This set of 3 centres on Wednesday. So we'll find the average of 24.8 plus 26.4 plus 13.9. And I was hoping I'd find it somewhere really helpful in the textbook, but it's not. So add them up, divide by 3, 21.7. And you keep doing that for each set of 3. So this is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It centers on Thursday. Then you'll do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, centered on Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, centered on Saturday. And then you don't have another set of 3, so you're missing one at the start and the end. And I won't keep calculating those because we've gone through how, and this is our second lesson on it. But be aware that you might have to smooth data and graph it in a test. And if you graph it, you're graphing it as smoothed data, usually on top of the original data in a different colour. So that's 3 mean. 5 mean is really similar. We do our extra row, we put in our smoothed data, but you'll be taking a set of 5. So this set of 5 scores here centres on Wednesday. That means for 5 mean smoothing, there's no score for the first or the second data point. And logically you can see also that this is my last set of 5 here. It will centre on Friday. There's no score for Saturday or Sunday, the last 2. So I only actually have, or get to, calculate 3 means in 3 data points for our smoothed data, because I don't have a lot of data here. So we add up all of these. find the average, pop it in here. Make sure you divide by 5, 19.18. That's our first score. The second set of 5 is here and centers on Thursday. We'd find the average of these and put it here. Then the last set of 5 is here and centers on Friday. So if you're doing 5 mean smoothing, you're finding the average of 5 data points at a time. Now these are easy because an odd number, 3 or 5, centers obviously on one particular day, or whatever the time period happened to be. If we're asked to do 2 mean smoothing, we have to center our data as well. Because if I tried to find the average of these 2, would it go on Monday? That would be too early. Would it go on Tuesday? That would be too late. It's not correctly meaningful. I mean, if this is temperature at 9 a.m., then it would look absolutely wrong to say, well, the average of these temperatures happens at midnight between Monday and Tuesday. Of course it doesn't. It's not right. It's just mathematically and logically unsound. So somehow, we know that we're going to lose a data point at the front, but we've got to find a way of finding an average over 2 points that centers on Tuesday. And the way we do it is we first find the average of Monday and Tuesday, which actually goes across the 2 of them. So when we put in our next row, we're going to start halfway on Monday and go to halfway on Tuesday. And we'll find the average of Monday and Tuesday and put it here. We'll find the average of Tuesday and Wednesday and put it there. All the way up to until we've got the average of Saturday and Sunday. Now these are our 2 means, but they're not centered. Because they're not centered on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, they're halfway across. So let's just find a couple of these 2 means. So we're starting with Monday, Tuesday, and it goes here. 18.1 plus 24.8 divide by 2, 21.45. The next pair would be Tuesday and Wednesday, and that centers here between, or it goes here between Tuesday and Wednesday. And 24.8 plus 26.4 divided by 2, we've got 25.6. So we keep working our way along. If we need to do the whole set, this is Wednesday, Thursday, it goes here. So 26.4 plus 13.9, 20.15. And we'd keep that up all the way along. Our smoothed and centered data then goes on another row. Now sometimes we do ask you just to find one value. So like we'd ask you to find the 2 mean centered data for Thursday. And then you wouldn't have to do the whole big table. You would just have to work out Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, and we're about to learn that we average the 2 to recenter them on a day. Smooth, sorry about the vacuum cleaner out there, centered. So, I don't have 2 scores to contribute to Monday. I lose a day. I've got 2 scores to contribute to Tuesday. They're both off center, but they together center on Tuesday. So if I add these together, oops, I started with that one, plus 21.45 divided by 2, 23.525. So these two here average to give me Tuesdays. These two average to give me Wednesdays, and so on. I don't want to complete the whole thing because it takes forever, and this is a 10-minute video already. But I would like to think that you can see how it works. Now, if they asked me to graph that, I would graph this point over a Tuesday, this point over the Wednesday, and so on. Very quickly, just to go through it, so we have 4 mean. I'm sure you can work out how it works. We are going to take the first 4 data points, and they center here. We're going to find that average right here. Then we're going to take the next 4 and they center here. So the first mean centers between Tuesday and Wednesday. The second mean centers between Wednesday and Thursday. So once I've found both of these, the average of those two will give me the score for smoothed centered data for Wednesday. Once again, because it's 4 mean, I'm losing 2 at the front and 2 at the end, so I'd only come up with 3 scores. But this is how we get smoothed centered data.